Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to discuss chapter number 4 of the sociology book of plus 2, the market as a social institution. First of all, we must know the meaning of market. Market is a place where economic activities take place and we are able to fulfill our economic objectives. Now, it is a place where economic exchange takes place and economic objectives include buying and selling of the goods. So hence, market is an economic institution. Now, economic institutions' main characteristics include production, consumption and distribution. We produce or we manufacture goods, then we distribute them to retail or wholesale prices or to shops, and then as a customer we consume them. So according to Gillen, a social institution is a functional configuration of cultural patterns which possess a certain per man and which is intended to satisfy social needs. He says that a social institution is eventually an organized configuration of cultural patterns, and market is a type of social institution. So an institution is an organized system of relationships to which embodies certain common rules and procedures and meets certain basic needs of the society. Like an institution is an organized group that helps us to obtain or to fulfill our basic needs. So now, moving on with the chapter, it says that market has changed due to globalization and liberalization. So first of all, we must know what is globalization. Globalization is a system where world becomes interconnected. Globalization is that everyone can trade with any country and is interlinked. Liberalization means that there is the minimum control of state over the economy. Like the government or the state has the least control over the economic activities, that is the market. The trade and the market that revolves around the economic system. Then we must know about the changes that globalization and liberalization have brought. So there are some direct changes. Direct changes include increase in the income. When globalization has taken into the world sphere and when liberalization has enabled more countries to participate in the world trade, like liberalization includes reduction in the trade barriers. We must know that trade barriers are some of the taxes and rules, regulations that are imposed on trade between two international countries, or it is a type of pay for the economic activities to be practiced. Second, there is competition among the producers. Like when we have a global market for selling our goods, we are competing with different types of manufacturers, and not only the local manufacturers, also the international manufacturers. Hence the competition increases. Then the third is that foreign investment increases. Like the capital flow between two countries is initiated. More and more MNCs, like multinational companies, are established, and this initiates foreign investments. So now the next thing that the chapter says is that sociological perspective of the market. Sociologists explain that markets are social institutions that are constructed in a culturally specific way. That is, market isn't controlled by a social group in the framework of the society. Like market exists in the society, and we as consumers or the customers are a part of society. Hence, the sociological perspective of market says that because the market is a part of society and we as customers are a part of society, hence it works in a culturally initiated way and helps us to fulfill our economic needs. So sociology initially can be divided from economic studies. This is what the sociologists explain. Then we come on to the next subject that comes on to be invisible hand. Now, according to Adam Smith is a great economist and is known to be as the fountainhead of the most economic theories. So according to Adam Smith, every person looks for his own self-interest and in pursuit of this, in turn works for the self-interest of all. Like he explained this in his book Theory of Moral Sentiments in 1759. What he means by invisible hand is that there is always a force, an unseen force that moves the free market economy. Like any individual has innovation in himself. That innovation is his self-interest. But his self-interest and the individual innovation leads to collective good because the society as a whole develops through his innovation. Like the innovation of electric cars has initiated a boost for the society. Then Adam Smith supported free market. Free market here simply refers to the market which is free from any regulations or bindings from the state. It's liberalized market. The next concept we are going to study is a weekly market. A weekly market is a periodic market that from the term itself we are able to see that weekly market refers to a market that is not regular, but it is periodic. It's not done always, it is done weekly by consecutive weeks. So periodic markets are a central feature of social and economic organizations. So how it works? It works like a weekly market is set up around you, a weekly fair that happens or a seasonal fair that happens. You go to a market and then market helps us to link the regions, the local regions and then the local economies. It helps us exchange of goods and then it helps us with social intercourse and increases cultural homogeneous nature. Like it makes us culturally homogeneous in the sense that when we go to a market, when we go to a weekly market, we get in touch with the regions from which the products are being made. Then we buy or sell the goods and hence exchange of goods happens. And when we have link with the regions, social intercourse happens. Like if you go to a fair in Rajasthan or Himachal Pradesh or Punjab, we find different regional diversities. And for example, if you go to a Himachali fair, you find out that we have Pahadi topis, Kullu shawls, and then when you buy them, you have a social intercourse with the regional diversities. And in turn, market has a capital flow plus employment for all. And when this weekly market is related to tribal areas, it is known as the tribal market. Like it is important to understand that tribal markets are closely related to weekly markets because it helps us connect to the regions and to the local economy. It helps us to exchange of the goods and social intercourse at the same time and helps capital flow for the tribals. Outcome for the tribals is moreover negative because tribal areas are moreover conserved areas, and weekly markets like these and entrance of new traders and moneylenders include some other exploitment. So first is exploitment of the natural resources, and the second is entry of traders or moneylenders led to impoverishment of the tribals. Like, they work for them but they do not get paid. Labor markets are established but yet they are paid less, hence leaving them in poverty. The next concept is caste-based market. In the pre-colonial India, there was extensive trading systems that was based on business community. The business for profit is centered around caste and kinship. For example, the Varna system. Like, we have studied the Varna system in previous classes, and also in class plus 2, the first chapter itself says that the economy was eventually divided on the basis of work. And the work in India was divided on the basis of Varna system. So we know that we had 4 Varnas: Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudras. Out of them, Vaishyas were the business class. Hence, the caste controlled the business and the trading system. So there is a caste-based market in the pre-colonial as well as modern India. The Indian economy and colonialism. Now, we talk about pre-colonial India, and now we need to talk about the colonialism. What made India work on its economy in the colonialism? The advantages were that India got to be linked with the world. Indians had the employment plus the income. But the disadvantages are more often to be seen. The first advantage is that there was a massive exploitment of natural resources as well as human resources. Often the farmers or the producers of the goods were pushed down into the debt traps because of moneylenders and tax systems. So hence, Indian economy in the period of colonialism experienced both positive and negative aspects. Now the term comes out to be commoditization. Commoditization is a system that occurs when things that we earlier not traded in the market become commodities. For example, labor and skills. Now what happens is, earlier labor and skill was not a part of commoditable subject. It was not sold or bought in the market. But nowadays it has become a commodity, and we say that it is a virtual commodity, or it is abstract in nature. It's an abstract property that is sell or bought. The next thing is status symbol. Status symbol, according to Max Weber, who coined the term, he describes it as the relationship between the goods that the people buy as per their social status. Like, one buys a good according to their social status. Like, brands are an important markers of socio-economic status. Like, more prosperous or more rich a person is, more branded things he buys. So this is how market is related to sociological perspectives, and hence we study market as a social institution. Market always works within the stratas of economic development and economic system inside the framework of the society. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Do like, share and subscribe to the YouTube channel for more educational videos. Thank you.